All right, welcome everybody to season 3, episode 3 of the United Against Cancer podcast. We have two of our young ladies who played in our girls' game last year. We're waiting on one more to get in. She's on her way home from practice, or on her way home to her dorm from practice. We're gonna start off and let you guys introduce yourselves. Let's tell us who you are, where you're from, what high school you went to, what AAU program you went to, and the college you currently attend.
Okay, I can go first. So I'm Kira Chivers. I'm from Chicago. I went to Marist High School on the South Side. I played for Midwest Elite, and then I'm here at Loyola, Chicago. So.
I'm Whitney Dunn. I'm from the South Side Chicago. I go to Loyola right now, Loyola Chicago, and my AU team was Chicago Hoops Express.
Okay, two different. Y'all ever play each other on the circuit?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, a few times.
How was that? Who won majority of those games?
She did.
That's tough, Whit.
It was tough.
Who were your teammates on that team? Kira, who was your teammates on that team?
Well, I feel like we played them most when I was with the Illinois Defenders. So it was a bunch of like local girls. I don't think I ever played you with Midwest, but
Midwest.
Because the year that I was there, it was like Jordan Wood, Grace Sullivan, Taylor Charles, Sid Harris. So it was that bunch with Brooke Carlson, 2024. So.
And who's your teammates with?
It was me. I think Bree was hurt at this time, but we had it was me, this girl named Eleanor, that's at Dayton right now. Who we have? Q. And I think that was, yeah. Yeah, that was most of us.
All right, so speaking on, let's talk about you guys' high school careers. What were you guys' high school careers like? We'll start off with Whit.
It was really fun. Like we started getting a lot of more attention, like towards my sophomore year, because like we made it to the state championship. So like it was a lot of excitement, and like that's when we first started getting noticed as like being a really good girls team. So like that's when Jordan decided to sponsor us. So we got a whole bunch of stuff. Like it was a really fun experience. Like it was like really fun, just like blowing out teams and stuff. Like we were a really good team. Like we were really well put together. We got along well. It was really fun and exciting.
I came to see you guys play a couple of times. With I ain't get to see you play, Kara, but I watched the girls play in the city championship against Whitney Young. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think you were aggressive enough to for the girls championship against Whitney Young. I think you were kind of letting Bree do her thing, but you kind of, I'm saying, wasn't aggressive.
We saw the Final Four.
Okay. Yeah. No, the championship.
Yeah. This is a championship?
That was championship, city championship against Whitney Young at UAC.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a lot. We wasn't, yeah, it was a lot.
I feel like Danielle didn't get a lot of touches. It was just a lot. I was just sitting there like
yeah.
I feel like they kind of executed a little bit more than you guys.
I execute well at all.
You want to talk about that game in particular? You want to relive that moment?
That.
Huh?
I want to relive that. That one. That was different.
And then to turn around and have to play them in state was that tough too?
Yeah, it was just irritating.
I can imagine. What about you, Kara?
Yeah, so like at Marist, we had this one girl, Sydney Falter, who's at Iowa, when I came in as a freshman. So, we just garnered attention like from her, and we had college coaches come into our open gyms and everything. And then we had a big group of freshmen who was up on varsity. And it was like 5 or 6 of us, and we all kind of just grew as we got older, and we were so bonded, we were so close, and it was just like we had that on court chemistry, and even like off the court too. But it was just such a fun experience with those girls.
Oh, that's dope. What was your favorite rivalry besides Winnie Young? Because clearly,
my favorite was Simeon. Like we had lost to them every year. Like even when I was in 7th grade and I couldn't play with the girls, and I was like watching them in those, like watching the high school girls in those games. Like we had lost to them every year. And then like my senior year, and we played them like not senior. Was that senior year? My COVID year? Or was that junior year?
Junior year.
Oh, when it was COVID, like we couldn't have a city championship. That whole like COVID era, and then like the last game, which would have been our city championship game because they was undefeated too. But we played at Simeon. Like we was like losing the whole game. Like, we was getting blown out. And then 4th quarter, that's when like it just got wild. We came back. He was hitting threes. Like, it was super fun. We wound up winning. And yeah, that was probably the best rivalry.
Yeah, no. What about you, Kara? What was your biggest rival?
I would say Mother Macaulay, because they right down the street, like 5 minutes from us, and it was those games were always like the most packed, and all the fans would come out for those, and it was just one of those things that like went back and forth. Like my freshman year, I think we might have got blown out by like 40, and then the following years, we just came back and like beat them. But like, yeah, that was.
Was Mother Macaulay that good?
My freshman and sophomore year, like they were really solid because they had like just a group of seniors. There was like a good 6 seniors and like 2 juniors who had all like played together and like grown with the program. So like they worked really well together, and there was like 5-6 freshmen who was playing for us.
So let's talk about what was your toughest matchup personally, like your one-on-one matchup. Anybody first?
I think in high school, I would probably say Tamia, where like I think when I played her for the first time, it was like I'm like, dang, that was the toughest one.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, because she's so tough. But because we played them in, it was one of those like all grow the game. That's what it was. The year that we won grow the game, like we played them in the championship. But like to me, it was going off. She was going off. It was crazy.
So Tamia's another alumni. She actually won the MVP of the first time we actually did this game. She won the MVP for it. She put on the show. So she was definitely tough for sure.
Yeah.
If you could relive any moment in high school, like any game, what would it be? Besides your city championship with?
Oh. Yeah. Probably that Mother Macaulay played when Raven. It was a senior. Was that her senior year? I think her senior year. This girl Raven. She was a senior. She wasn't really like a shooter, but like this game, I was really good. Like they was tough. We always lost to them too, but we wanted to win this game too because she made like the 3 in the last couple of seconds, and we was just so hyped. Like it was so fun because we never beat them, but she knocked it down. She made us win.
What about you, Kara?
I don't know. Like that's hard because it probably wouldn't. This was a summer league game, and I know we don't talk about summer league games, but like we played Montini with Coach Jason Nichols and his team over the summer, and it was either my freshman or sophomore year, and like I think they was beating us the whole game, and like we just came back and we won the game. But like just like how well coached they were and how they like worked so well together and they moved as a unit, it was just like just so like fun to play against like that and then come back and win. That was something I'd like to relive.
So how do you guys like being teammates now? Like going from playing against each other all the time to now that you guys are teammates?
I love me some wit. I love me some wit.
Like even like we did not, I mean obviously didn't talk that much like before, but like I knew of her, but it was like actually getting a chance to like have a personal relationship with her, like conversations and stuff. I was like, yeah, she dope.
Yeah, like I would train with your brother, like with Des, with Tim. Like I'd be working out with Des, and I'm just like, and you would come like we didn't really talk like that for real, but like now like you bestie, like what?
But you know what's crazy? Like during the event, I wouldn't have never thought that none of you guys ever talked, because at the event, like you guys were like so well talkative together and having fun together. Like that was like, okay, the girls are different, because the boys was kind of like looking at each other like, I don't know you, don't talk to me. But the girls was kind of like, hey girl, like just fun and having fun with each other and talking to you. Like y'all have fun with the whole event. Yeah. So that was pretty dope. I would have never guessed that you guys didn't have a relationship before even going to Loyola. Who gets in trouble the most in practice?
I feel like it just depends on like what's happening. Like defensively, like if you're not in the gap, like it's certain stuff. I mean, not really in trouble, but like just like you're aware of it, just like fix it type thing.
Right there, like they'll say somebody like.
So that's not answering the question. Which one of y'all get the most trouble in practice? Don't avoid the question.
Oh no, it must be me.
Maybe I don't know.
Which you get in trouble a lot?
Like I be joking, but it don't be like that. Like I be locked in, but like sometimes it's not.
So describe what it is like being a college athlete. Like what is that in? Like taking that all in. Like what is that about?
There's a lot. Like it's just a lot of different concepts you gotta learn. And it's like taking it all in at once as a basketball player, along with being like a student. Like it's really just a lot. Like it's more like time management and like just about. Like I think that's like the most that you have to like kind of learn and figure out. And then like essentially like you have people around you, but like essentially you really are on your own. Like you have to your own responsibilities. You got to keep up with yourself. Like it really makes you like realize like you're really like an adult. You got stuff you gotta get done. So yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. I feel like too, like just optimizing the time that you have to get stuff done is like a big thing, like you said, with time management, because it's like you gotta be, because like with us, like we have a mandatory 8 hours of study hall that we have to like log into and for the whole week and everything and log out and stuff like that. So like that's in our schedule. Then on top of like classes, then you got practice, then you got individual workouts, you got team lift, then you got to find time to eat. And it's just, you just got to make it work.
What's your go-to meal in college?
Tacos.
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 We got like this place in our like student center called Damon, and then like they be having these Chipotle chicken sandwiches. It's like chicken with bacon, and it's warm and it's a little spicy too, but it's so good. Like
it's yeah.
So how many places do they let y'all eat for free at up there? I know when I was down in Nebraska, we ate like it was like Pizza Hut, it was Golden Corral. It was a wing place down there called like DJs or something. It was a bunch of places. Like all I had to do was wear my jogging suit, and because they had our pictures on the wall, our poster on the wall, and it was like, you get the meal for free. It was another sub place down there. I can't think of the name of it, but it was like we always was able to go eat for free.
Yeah.
So what restaurants do they get y'all for that? For y'all being the college athletes up there?
So we have like just like like the regular like meal swipes. So like the dorm that we stay in, there's actually a dining hall right under like on the first floor. So like we're eating there most of the time. And then we have these things that's like called Rambler Bucks, which we can use at like Raising Cane's, like Blaze Pizza, Chipotle. We have what's the few of the other places? Like Bop and Grill, which is just like a burger place, and so we Bulldogs like Ale House, like we have just like stuff like that.
And then like even like nail salon places, like eyebrow places, like we can use our
Student
cards.
discount. Student discount.
Yeah, you get student discounts for that?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's dope. I like that they give y'all student discounts for that. We didn't have student discounts for haircuts. My college teammate had to cut my hair at the time. Sometimes, honestly, that's why I started wearing hats. Like I had my college teammate cutting my hair, so it was like, you know what? It's okay. I just put on the hat.
Right.
So how was college life as an athlete different from high school? And then how was it similar?
I feel like just like in terms of the people that you're surrounded by every day, it's like with your with your team, everyone has that same like mindset as you. Is like, oh, like we're trying to win the championship, like we're always in the gym, like people are working on their off day, stuff like that. Like as in like high school, I feel like, sometimes it's just girls who play basketball as something to do and don't really want to do anything with it. And I just think that like that mindset within the team is what helps create that culture, and that culture is what makes the program.
Yeah, I agree. Like the focus is completely different. Like she's saying, like in high school, like you said, it's girls that just want to do it for fun, like for the gear and stuff. But like here, everybody's focused, everybody locked in, like everybody's good. Like they all coming from programs where like they was 35, they was like the best players. So it's like having all those people coming together. It's real different to like just getting a chance to meet people like from everywhere, because like in high school it's more locally people, and like when I'm here I literally feel like I go to college like out of state, because like a lot of Chicago people don't stay in Chicago. One, two, it's like in college everybody coming from everywhere, so it's like I say stuff that like Chicago people say, they're like, what? Like, so it's real different, but it's cool. Like it's a really needed experience.
For sure.
Yeah, no, at least y'all not in cornfields. I was out in cornfields.
Yeah.
I was out in a place where they shut the city down for an inch of snow. I was out there like, man, if y'all don't go outside, like we drive through this, cuz.
Real.
No, so yeah. So what was your recruiting process like? Like what was that like? What other offers did you guys hold?
I had Central Michigan, UMKC, Indiana State. I had 14 offers, so like yeah, it was from Morris, from like southern schools and stuff. So yeah.
And then for me, mine was like a little weird. Like I had my first offer was like from UIC, and then like COVID and everything hit, and then I got a few JUCOs out of playing for Midwest, and then I started talking to like University of St. Thomas in Minnesota. I was talking to Central Michigan a little bit, Valpo, and then I started talking to Loyola, and then I took a visit. This was in June, so it was like after I graduated, all that stuff. Took a visit. Then the day I visited, I committed. It was kind of late, but here I am. So.
Oh yeah.
And what made you guys choose Loyola?
Like for me, it was just the atmosphere. And like obviously the location is so convenient because I'm not too far from home. Like my family can come visit me. Like I can go home on like off days if I want to. But then like just the girls and the atmosphere that they created, and Coach Guth and her staff, they're so positive and so uplifting, and they want to see you succeed not only as a basketball player but as a person. And like the first day that I walked into that 7 a.m. practice to like watch them play and all that stuff, she comes in screaming. She's like, I'm a hugger, and she gives me a big hug. I'm like, I ain't never met you before. But, yeah, it was just one of those things, and just like everyone was so nice and welcoming, and like I knew it was the place for me.
What about you, Whit?
Like my process was a little different. It was like I did not want to be in Chicago, and I was like, yeah, like nah. But like the way like stuff worked out, it was more like the schools that was left, because it was really like the COVID stuff that was like making offers kind of like dwindle down a little bit, and then like the seniors getting an extra year and stuff. So like out of options that was left, this is like the best one. And then like when I kind of like sat and thought about it, I was really just thinking about the fact that it was in Chicago, and I got a chance to like kind of put on for my city, like make it known that like you don't have to leave Chicago to like be a better player or like to be more successful or anything. So like that was really my whole thing, because like I committed. It wasn't even really based off the coach. I got recruited by like the old coaching staff, but like even when the new coaching staff came, like she called me, Coach Gu called me. She was just like I know the old coach recruited you, but like I want you here. And like her energy was so like positive and stuff. And then like coming here and actually experiencing it, it was like you could see and you could like really feel for yourself. Like anybody walking the gym with her, like they already know like her energy like crazy. And it's like it's more like positive stuff. Like it's never a question of if you're working hard, nothing. Like she literally like lets it be known like you're doing a good job and like this is what you need to do. Like she's really, really like a teacher person.
I appreciate that. So let's talk about So the next question is, what keeps you motivated through like both success and failures?
I would say like what helps is just like my teammates is a big one, because it's like if we're all win or losing, like we're all doing it together. So it's like we're always like like lifting each other up and stuff like that. And even then, it's kind of one of those things that you're gonna have to know like failure is part of the process, and like it's inevitable, it's gonna happen. But it's like how you bounce back from that. You kind of just have to change your mindset with that, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. Like mistakes are gonna happen, and like I couldn't hear what you just said about like specifically, but like what helps is like the community and like the people, like your teammates and stuff, like, and just talking to people. Like if I'm going through something and like I'm talking to somebody, you can actually find out like your teammate or somebody else that you're talking to is going through the same thing as you, and it's like y'all work through that stuff together, and it's like just knowing that you have people around you that are there to help you. Like you don't really find a lot of teams where the seniors is like really there for the freshmen. They really like, oh, like you come over, we can have dinner and we can talk about like whatever you like, you get it all, like we talk about whatever you need to talk about. Like you don't find that a lot of places. Like usually it's like, oh, like I don't really care about you, I'm a senior or whatever. But like here it's the community, it's really good. Like they really make it know like they actually care about you genuinely, and it's like you really you kind of experience that here. So
No, for sure. So what goals do you guys have set for like as a team and then individually?
Well, especially like being in this A10 conference, this new conference, we all want to win that A10 championship. And like with the preseason rankings, we were ranked like lower. I mean, because that's how people don't know us, so we're just trying to prove people wrong and just play our game and win that A10 championship. I think that's gonna be exciting for us.
Yeah.
Is the A10 tough?
Yeah.
Who's in the A10?
So you have Dayton, you have LaSalle, Fordham, SLU, VCU, you have UMass, you have Richmond, Rhode Island. So a lot of East Coast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And what are your goals, Whit?
As a team, like I said, winning the championship, well, and also like it's a fairly new team, so like just getting used to playing with each other and like getting to know each other's strengths and weaknesses better and just like using that to help us win. Like I think we're doing a really good job as for like coming together and like being new but still like embracing each other's talents and stuff like that. So like that's as a team and just like individually just getting better as a person. Like I got much faster from my high school. Like I was watching my high school film the other day and I'm like, I look like I'm really slow. And that's just like I'm faster now, but like I still want to get faster, get better, like get more ball handling and like just keep on working on stuff. Like even if I'm good at like just getting it, because you can always get better. So like just getting even better at that stuff.
No, for sure. So you all, both of you guys played at the All-Star game, the United Against All-Star event. Kira, did you come? You came to the dinner, correct?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So this game has been, especially on the girls' side. I mean, the boys' side has been pretty okay too. We have some pretty decent, alumni. Anissa Morrow played her first year. Her and Tamia, of course. The crazy part about it, Tamia won the MVP over Anissa, and now Anissa is like top 15 in the country as far as ranking as far as girls. That was a fun year with Grace Hall and all those girls, and then we followed that back up with you guys. So, we talked about their experience before with the All-Star event. I want to talk about your experiences, like the good, the bad, the in-between.
One thing that like I really liked was like you said was the dinner. Like everyone, it was so well put together and like the speaker and everything, and it was just a great experience. And like when you go to like certain events like this, like they don't do that for you like the day before or whatever. So I just thought that was really nice, and that was so cool. And then just like bringing everyone together like beforehand too, so you get to like know people before you just like are put on a court with them. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, also because the dinner was really nice. Even like the way each person individually got recognized and like just like told about like what they had done or whatever. Like it was really cool. They just played with the other girls who are really good and like even if we knew them a little bit before, like getting to know them more and like talking to them. Like it was a really cool experience. Like I really liked that.
So if you can change anything outside the uniforms not coming on time, that hurt my feeling. I was so upset. Like I don't think y'all understand how much I was pressing about trying to get the uniforms in and trying to make sure everything was running right. And I mean, it still was a good show. I'm saying it was still. I appreciated everything. We had the Jesse White tumblers come out. So what would you have changed outside of the uniform? Like what would you want it to be more of?
I don't know if there was anything that could have been better besides the uniform.
Oh, yeah,
that was the only one. But them t-shirts was nice though.
They was. I think I'm at.
Man, who you talking?
So I appreciate that. Like, no, I really want. So our goal is to make this as big as possible. Like I said, you guys gonna be able to come back and get honored. Like, we come back, we have to announce you guys alumni for us. That's my goal to make sure we start like a alumni club kind of, where we kind of you guys come and we have open runs for you guys. We put stuff together for you guys and packages to send you back to school with, and hopefully for your pro career, we always here to back you up. Like that's my goal for this whole thing, is to get our kids that support and that recognition that they deserve. So I definitely appreciate it. Like I made sure whenever I got a chance to see one of you guys out in public that you guys are recognized as all-stars for my event. I definitely made sure I wanted to let people know, like, no, they all-stars. Like we gonna recognize them as that, because they deserve that.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money on making sure you guys got on the billboard. Like
that was so cool.
Yeah, I felt like that's something that I wanted you guys to make sure that you guys felt appreciated for your hard work and your dedication for your 4 years in school. So that was the goal, that was the vision. I'm trying to make it bigger every year. Hopefully, this year we're gonna make sure we have uniforms. But I'm gonna be honest with you. What happened was it was so many people like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. And my vendor, is so far out that it was like by the time we order uniforms, like
Right.
I expected them one day, but they got delayed. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, what do I do? What do I do? So I went out and got t-shirts made and all that stuff. Just like I said, it still turned out to be a nice event. The girls had more fun than the boys, though, for sure. That's for sure. You guys really enjoyed it. So what was your favorite moment of that weekend?
I would say, like how Whitney was saying, how like each person got like individually recognized at the dinner, which I thought was really nice too, just because like everyone's worked so hard to get to where they're at. So
yeah. The favorite moment too for me was like seeing the billboard. That was real good. Like you get that a lot, and that was real cool.
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel like this All-Star game was different from any other All-Star games? Because you guys were invited to other All-Star games. All right, I know you guys were invited to the one at your school. How was that different than any of the other All-Star games?
It was just a lot more like, and it was like trash on any other All-Star games, but it was like you could tell it was a lot more put into this, and like it was more like it wasn't just everybody complaining at it. It was like, no, like you're gonna get recognized, and we're gonna show you that we appreciate you guys, like, and you're gonna play too, and you're gonna have fun. So you could just tell it was a lot more put into it.
Yeah, it was a lot more personable.
Yeah, that was the goal. All right, so what would be your advice for any upcoming players or who's gonna watch this podcast?
I would say like never stop believing in yourself. That's a big one, because like I know for me, like throughout the recruiting process, like that mess was stressful. Like it was crazy, and there were times where I was like I was unsure. I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna end up, but it's like I'm just gonna keep on working and just keep on believing that the hard work that I put in is gonna pay off. And just like, yeah, just never stop believing in yourself, because like if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will.
Yep, I agree. And for me, I think I would say, like, no matter how bad it looks right now, like keep going, because like it's gonna get hard, and like you're gonna face adversity. Like that's a known thing, right? That's a given. But like when you do, like, because I just know, like, for me personally, like it's hard to like not break down, and it's hard to like not doubt yourself and like get in your head, but just know, like, if you're doing something, like, you're supposed to be doing it, and it's a part of the plan for your life. So like just keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing, keep working hard, because like it's gonna like your opportunity is gonna come, and like when it does come, like you have to just take that.
That's dope advice. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My daughter is 8. Like she's coming around to get into basketball. She got a little height on her. Like she can have the opportunity to probably be really good. Like if you see her form, it's just natural. You're like, this is crazy. And then she's a little athletic. She just, I feel like right now, because she's around it so much, especially because like I'm always doing basketball, that she's kind of like, okay, I'll do it when I get to it. But understand this, I'm talking to both of y'all. When she's ready, I'm sending her to y'all. I'm sending her to y'all. So y'all be ready to be mentors. And the other dope thing about this event, that I really like about this event and what we're doing is the connection that I don't want to say my staff, but the board members, because I don't consider them as people that work for me, but the board members, the connection that we have with the players after they're done with the event. Like it's just not, okay, we're done with the event and then we're done with you. You know what I mean? Like I still reach out to a lot. Like Micaiah Williams, who's at Marquette right now. Micaiah talks to me all the time. We had played a tournament in Milwaukee up there, and I told her, look, we're up here, lunch on me, since we up here. That's the kind of thing. Like I said, we want you guys to understand that we support you as a brand. And if you guys ever need any advice, you guys ever need anything, or need somebody just to talk to or anything, like we have people here to support you. Like that's our goal. I really appreciate you guys coming on tonight. It's not gonna be a long episode because on the two of you guys, usually be like 4-5 people and everybody want to talk for 10 minutes apiece. But I really appreciate you guys. I wish you the best of luck. Put your schedule in the group chat. I'm gonna do my best to come out and watch you guys play for sure. I'm gonna have to find some Loyola gear from somewhere.
We got you. Yeah, I really appreciate this. This is real cool.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, so I put the link on the UAC Instagram page so you guys can share it with your teammates and your families. They can come on, they can watch it, and enjoy this smaller interview.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you too.